Good morning! This is Michelle, and my two little foodies have joined me this morning. So we're talking about how you can have fun in the kitchen with your kids and also be a positive role model. So if you know a mom or a friend who would love to learn some tips to have fun in the kitchen with their kids, but also to feed them healthy foods and be a positive role model and give them a positive relationship with food, then please share this video. So I'm Michelle. I'm a certified personal trainer. I am the owner of Live Fit with Michelle, but most importantly, I am a mom to these two little cutie patooties. So they're joining me today, and actually I have to give credit to what we are making today to Ariana, because this is one of her favorite snacks, and I asked them yesterday what they want to show everyone, and they said yogurt parfaits. So it's our favorite treat. You can have it for breakfast, an afternoon snack, or even as your dessert, and we'll show you lots of different ways to make it super yummy. But before we get started, I wanted to talk a little bit about positive eating behaviors in children. Here, good. She wants to see. Here, go on your knees. Can you go on your knees? Go on your knees. All right. So positive eating behaviors in children. So in order to set them up for healthy eating habits for life, you want to give them help them with a positive relationship to food and a balanced approach to eating. So why is this so important? The number of children that are classified as obese is rising every single year. And why is that? It's a result of higher than recommended sometimes foods. And what is a sometime food? Do you know what a sometimes food is?
A food that you don't eat every day, you just eat them sometimes.
Okay. And are there can you think of some foods that are sometimes foods in our house?
Muffins, yogurt.
Oh, yogurt we can eat often, huh? Yeah, okay. What else? Maybe ice cream. Okay, maybe fast food.
McDonald's.
Okay. So higher in fat, sugar, salt, sugar sweetened drinks, desserts. Those are sometimes foods. And the reason for a higher number of children being obese is the increase of eating the sometimes foods and the decrease in eating recommended fruits and vegetables. More fast food, more screen time, and a decrease in physical activity. So how do we change that where you are their first line of defense? Because children watch, listen, and learn from you. So you have a really powerful role because your actions speak louder than your words. If you've ever said that to your kids, maybe it's a good thing to think about for yourself, because you might be telling them not to drink soda, but then there they see you drinking soda. So actions speak louder than words. You are a positive role model, and you can create healthy habits from the start. So some healthy habits are tips to create this positive food relationship with kids and a balanced approach. I'll go through the list. You will send me your email address. Just a second. Send me your email address or post your email address if you would like my ebook on positive eating behaviors in children. So I will post all of these tips, or put all of these tips. They are in the ebook. So send me your email if you want that. Also, recipes from today, the different combinations that you can make that are delicious. Send me your email and you can get those. So what are some of the things that you can do as a positive role model? You can enjoy food in moderation. All right? So you can enjoy all food in moderation, because we talked about this at the beginning of my nutrition series. Not all foods in and of themselves are bad. It's the amount and frequency with which you eat those foods then can be considered too much or unhealthy. All right, so enjoy food in moderation. See your children doing that. Don't binge on your sometimes foods. Eat those in moderation. Cook at home, but encourage the kids to join. So that's what I do with the kids. Usually on the weekends, obviously, we have more time to do that. So we do enjoy cooking together. What do you like cooking with Mommy? What do you like making with Mommy?
Pancakes.
Pancakes.
And sometimes, I think that's about it.
That's about it. We've made popsicles, we make yogurt parfaits, acai bowls, lots of different things. Even
Acai
salads.
bowls are my favorite.
All right.
And my mom's favorite too.
And also encourage them to join in meal planning and shopping. So I like to take the kids shopping. A lot of the stores now have little shopping carts that they can take along through the store themselves. And because they know a lot of the staples that we have at home,
fit in them.
yeah,
They
know a lot of the staples that we have at home. They head off, especially in the produce section, and start pulling things that we need, like cucumbers and bananas and fruits and veggies that they know we always have stocked in the house. So encourage them to join you, because when they join in the shopping and the meal planning and the prepping, they eat. So talk about foods and what they do for your body. So you don't want to just say, oh, don't eat ice cream because it's bad. You want to talk about foods and talk about their source. So for example, carrots. Carrots are where are they grown?
They're good for your eyes, and they're a vegetable that's very good for you because they help your eyes.
Okay, yes. So you talk about where they're grown in the ground. They have a nice they're long and orange, and they have these green leaves or stem that hangs out of the ground. You pull them out. We talk about some of the animals that eat carrots, and also talk about how like bunnies,
like bunny rabbits,
and that they have a super nutrient called beta carotene that helps our eyes stay sharp and focused. So talk about foods, because then that allows children to relate to it, because they can't relate to just good or bad. They need a little bit more history behind the food. So just like we talked about in the beginning, food is so much more than just fuel. It's a story. So also have them have a balanced diet. So a variety of foods from food groups. Even though kids, they get to a certain age and there is science behind them hitting one and not being so open to trying foods, you still give them a good variety so that they can choose from things. Welcome. So what I used to do was like the bento box idea, and I would find these plates that had multiple sections and put 6 different healthy foods in there and give them the choice. Allow them to choose which ones they would like, because if they're choosing 3 of those 6, they're still getting a variety of foods from different food groups and healthy options. So a balanced diet is key. I also have another rule in this house where we have to try something new at least once. And everyone has to try it. We don't have to love it, but we have to try it, right? Mm-hmm.
We don't have to love it, though. When we have food that we don't really like, we have to try it. We have to, if it doesn't look like something that you like, try it. And if it's good, try more of it. It's just It's very okay. You can say something.
Yes, honey. What do you want to say? Yes. So one of our rules is to try something once, and a lot of the times they never know what they're going to like. So they might, at face value, think it doesn't look that appealing, but as soon as we try it, right, Ariana? Then we realize, we really do like it. So that's one of our rules. Encourage a healthy breakfast. So give them a lot of healthy varieties for breakfast. What we're making today can be a breakfast option, but there's so many other things. Oatmeal. You can have cereal, but there are a lot of other options other than cereal. You can have toast with peanut butter and banana. You can have apples and peanut butter. So try a variety of foods. Give them a lot of options. Also encourage water, obviously, versus soda or fruit juice. And avoid negative language. We talked about that in the beginning. Avoid negative language such as bad or fattening. Okay, are you taste testing?
Can I say something, Mom?
Just 1 second, honey. So you don't want them to have a negative feeling or association with anything in particular. All right, so not labeling things bad, labeling things fattening, because as I talked about, it's not necessarily the product in it of itself necessarily inherently bad. It's the amount or the frequency. So talk more about moderation. All right? Because we don't eat perfectly. I don't only feed them fruits and vegetables. They certainly love hot dogs on occasion. That's a sometimes food. Pizza on occasion. That's a sometimes food. But we don't eat copious amounts of it. We eat it in moderation. Yes?
So, we don't always drink juice, eat hot dogs, eat pizza, eat cake every time. That's a sometimes food. Because, like, cakes for a birthday or a special occasion, pizzas for birthdays sometimes, or hot dogs, and we don't always eat them. They're sometimes food. You eat them sometimes, like maybe on a birthday or a special occasion, or maybe a graduation.
So we eat those sometimes, but most of the time we fill our bodies with whole foods that give us energy and make us feel great, right?
Uh-huh.
Okay, so the next tip would be limiting our sometimes foods. So make a rule for your family. Now it's important that the whole family sticks to the rule because again, actions speak louder than words. So if I'm telling them you can have dessert once or 2 times a week and then they see me having dessert every night, then there's a question as to why do I do it? Why is it okay for my body and not okay for yours? So you figure out the rules for your family and what you're willing to compromise on and what you want what you're able to abide by, and then have the entire family do that. Because they're listening, watching, and learning from you. And then have healthy foods easily accessible. So whole fruits, whole grain crackers, yogurt, veggie sticks, always have those on hand so that when they are hungry, which we know they are often hungry, like right now, you have them available. So I have fruit sitting right in front of them, and that's what they're going for. Eating peaches, although we won't have those for our parfaits in a second if we eat them all. But if you have it available, they will eat it. If you only have chips and ice cream and all of those types of foods, well then that's what they'll eat. It's okay. All right, let's save some of this food. Let's save some of this food for our demonstration. And then not eating in front of the TV and eating together as a family is really important because that then you're really focusing on what you're actually doing. And you're not just mindlessly putting food in your mouth. And you're connecting as a family, and you can get a chance to speak about what you're eating and make it more interactive and actually listen and learn from each other during your dining experiences. And then listen to hunger cues. Kids are really good about giving you their hunger cues. They definitely tell you when they're hungry, but they also tell you when they're done. So allow them to stop eating when they're full. I know we get into the habit of parents as saying you need to finish your whole plate. I remember sitting for hours at the dinner table having to finish liver. I didn't care for it, but we had to finish everything that was on our plate. And so I abide by stopping with hunger cues, listening to hunger cues, and stopping when they're full because we also don't want them. Remember. Let's leave some. We also don't want them. We don't want them to have a negative or end up with a negative behavior pattern where their plate is full and they may be overeating. All right, we're almost done, girls. We're almost done. And then engage in a fun way to offer food. So take time to make something like today. Make it a game. Make it prep work. Go ahead and get some, honey. Go get it. Make it fun. And then avoid using food as a reward, as a bribe, or as holding back on food as punishment. Because then we start to get to associate bad foods possibly as rewards, and good foods like fruits and vegetables not as enticing if you're using the unhealthy foods as a reward or a bribe. So instead, use activities, use experiences. And that's a better way to establish healthy versus unhealthy foods. All right, and then of course, physical activity, play, limit screens, be a role model, and provide active presence. So those are great tips as to how to keep your kids engaged with food, give them a positive relationship, and have balanced eating patterns. So girls, are we ready to show them parfaits? All right.
I'm stuck.
So we're ready.
Alexander
Okay.
took over the seat.
Okay, all right. Everyone's ready. So here's what you need. The base. Alexandra, come over here, baby. Let's slide over here so we can show them. So I have 2 here that I made, and then each one of the girls are going to make their own, and I'll make one as well. Let's see if I can scoot this over. So hold on. Stay right there.
Hello. I want latte. I'm sorry.
Okay, in just a second. All right, so here's one that was already made, super easy. It's Greek yogurt at the bottom, and then we have some granola with coconut chips and some pumpkin seeds, blueberries, and a drizzle of honey. Super easy. You've got your protein, your carbohydrates, you get a little bit of fat in there, tiny bit of natural sweetener. Delicious. Like I said, it can be dessert, it can be breakfast, it can be an afternoon snack. Then here's another one. This is the chocolatey orange, and you have dark chocolate chips, orange squares, or cut up orange, and nuts. Super delicious. Again, you've got your protein, your fat, your carbs, and a little bit of dark chocolate. So those are really easy ones to make. Now we're going to build our own. Ready, girls?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So we'll go through. I have a lot of different options here for. They chose cherry and berry yogurt. So let's get these in your bowls. Hold on, girls. Hold on.